Hi, thanks for coming back for my second video. My first video was more of an introduction into who I am and kind of the diagnosis that I have. So I thought I would take this time to go into the details of what it is and what the next 3 months are going to look like. So I had my first chemo treatment and I'm on what's called Novalbean, and it's normally an IV chemo, but they decided because it's kind of on the dangerous side for your veins and for your skin that it would be best to do through the port. And I didn't ever want a port again, but my doctor assured me that the damage to the heart or making me bedridden was very, very low. So that's why we decided to go ahead and do it. But the first treatment went really well, probably the best that it could have gone. It was very fast. The longest part of the day was waiting for the blood work and kind of the insurance to approve the chemo. But once they actually got the chemo in, it was only 10 to 12 minutes and then we were done. And I would say the first day I was feeling more flu-like than anything, but I also don't know if some of that was the couple days had been very emotionally charged. And so you know how when you're emotional and things are kind of heavy, that kind of contributes to your tiredness. So I wonder if that had something to do with, the fatigue part. But otherwise, I'm feeling better as of right now. I do feel a little bit on the weak side compared to what I normally feel. And I do get tired a little bit faster than I would, a month ago. But the plan going forward is I have another treatment this Friday, and then I'll have a week off. And so that's how it will be. It will be 2 weeks on, 1 week off. And the hope is for my body to have a chance to recover in between, because this chemo can cause some pretty significant damage to my bone marrow and lower my white and red blood cell count. They kind of are trying to be careful with how many weeks in a row that they give me the chemo. So that's going to be the plan for the next 3 months. And then at the end of 3 months, we're going to do a scan and also check the tumor markers to see where those are at. As of Friday, they were at 11.2. And just to give you an idea, the normal for just everyday person is under 3. And so for people with known cancer, doctors kind of use that number to see if the treatment is working. It's not always super accurate, but they do use it kind of as a tool in connection with scans and things like that to make sure that everything is going the way that they want it to go. And yeah, that's kind of it. The news has not been really great. They've been talking about my prognosis and kind of the timeline for my life, and it's been a lot of heavy news lately. But I don't know, the news, yeah, has been really bad. It's not been super great, but I was reminded of this devotional I did a few years ago of news versus truth. And the news is that I have cancer for the 3rd time, 2nd time terminal. The news is the doctors do not give me a lot of time. The news is they keep telling me to make the most of every day, which we do. We have done that for a few years now since the original cancer diagnosis, but I will say the last couple of times of being told, you're dying really spurs you on to do all the things that you kept saying you had time to do later. But I just was thinking about the news of it all and that devotional, and she said that, news is going to come and go. It's going to be bad, it's going to be good, it's going to be indifferent. But what doesn't change is the truth. The truth of God's word never changes. It doesn't matter what my doctors say. It doesn't matter what I hear. It doesn't matter what I Google. All that matters is God's truth. And that's what I hold on to. That's what I find my comfort in. That's what I find my joy in. Because let's face it, I do not look like a cancer patient right now. I do not look like I'm battling for my life, but I am. And so many people are going through stuff right now that none of us know, that they put on a brave face and they hide it. And that's a very emotionally heavy burden to carry, is always trying to look like you're not going through something that brings you to your knees. And so if you're going through stuff like that, I would just try to encourage you that if you don't know the truth of God's word, to ask. You know, if you want to message me or whatever, I am here. I won't always know the answer, but I can find it. I can try. And I hope that this video, all these videos bring some sort of peace to people and comfort. And I look forward to doing more of these videos and sharing what's in my heart. And I hope you guys have a great night. Bye.